Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over another Leetcode medium question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this, that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help. And yep, so let me show you how I did it and let's go over it. So this one's called minimum domino rotations for equal row. So basically you have a top and a bottom row and you just want to be able to swap them so that either the top or either the bottom is equal. So if it can't be done, return -1. So the way I thought about this was, let's see if 2, like the biggest frequency of number, right? And then let's see how many swaps it takes. It takes 2 here. So first of all, we want to find the most frequent number and what that frequency is in both tops and bottoms. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this for counter of tops and counter of bottoms. And let's call this top max is going to be max of t dot values, and bottom max is max of b dot values. So now we can say, because we want to find the one that's bigger, right? Because if this one is bigger, like 2's frequency is bigger here, then let's say 2's frequency here, which it is, 4 here, 3 here, then we would just try to flip this guy because it takes less work overall, right? Hope that makes sense. So now we can say bigger is going to be max of t max and b max. And then now we have to basically do what we need to do. So if bigger is equal to the top max and bigger is not equal to the bottom max, then that's the condition where we flip top. Otherwise, if bigger is equal to bottom max and bigger is not equal to top max, then we have to flip the bottom row, right? Okay, so now what that means is we can go over top now, and we can just say if tops of I is not equal to, so what is the value that we want to flip? So the t value and the b value, let's just make 2 lists, and let's go for, let's say, CD in t dot items. And if d is equal to t max, then t value dot append that particular value because the frequency is equal to the maximum for that list. Do the same thing in b dot items. If d is equal to b max, then b value dot append c. Okay, so now that makes it easier because we know the target we're looking for is going to be different. This case, if we're going to be flipping the top to try to get rid of 1 and 4, then we're just going to say the value is t value of 0. So if tops is not equal to the target, then we have a flipping potential here. And let's go ahead and say answer is 0. And in that case, we want to make sure bottom is what we're looking for. So if bottoms of I is equal to target, then we can flip tops of I. Bottoms of I is bottoms of I, tops of I, because we don't care about bottoms. We know it's more efficient to flip tops, and then we increment our answer. And then at the end, so basically it says here they have to be all the same value. So if the length of set of tops is equal to 1, that means all the values are unique, right? There's only one value, and we flip the most optimal one. In that case, we can return answer. Otherwise, it says here we can return -1. Okay, and so now let's do the same thing for the bottom one. Target is b value of 0. And for I in range length bottoms, if bottoms of I is not equal to our target, so then we can flip because bottoms most frequent value is bigger than the tops in this case. So bottoms of I, tops of I is equal to tops of I, bottoms of I, and then increment answer. Same thing. If length set of bottoms this time is equal to 1, right? It has to be unique because we know this is the one we want to flip because it's more optimal. Otherwise, we return -1. Okay, so let's run this. B value. Okay, run this. Submit it. Okay, so there's another case where you can see, let's print t value, t val, and b val. So in this case, so you can see here, the biggest frequency is the same, but which one do we want to flip? Well, we want to flip, so we want to flip the one with the lesser length, okay? Because if you see here, we have to flip, so 444, because this is a lesser length, because it has less duplicates. So here has more duplicates, so it's less optimal to flip these to 4 instead of these to 4, if that makes sense. So in that case, let's go ahead and submit this. Cool. So if t value is equal to, so if length of t value is bigger than length of b value, then we know we can flip the b one. So that's the bottom one because it's more optimal. So again, target is b value of 0 for I in range length bottoms. If bottoms of I is not equal to target, it's I, tops of I, so same thing as line 32. Increment the answer, and then if length set is equal to 1, return answer, else return -1. Okay, let's run this. Okay, and otherwise, LF length of b value is less than length of, well, it's bigger than the length of t value, then we have to flip t. So target is t value of 0 for I in range length t value, or tops. If tops of I is not equal to target, and if bottoms of I, well, if tops of I is equal to target, then we do this, right? Bottoms of I is equal to target, then we can flip tops of I, bottoms of I. That's one more flip, and then at the end, if length set of tops is equal to 1, then return answer, otherwise return -1. Okay, submit this. And obviously the last case, then we can just do either one. Let's just pick this one because it's the number of flips is going to be the same in both scenarios, right? Tops of I, bottoms of I is equal to bottoms of I, tops of I, answer plus equal to 1. Length set of tops is equal to 1, return answer, return -1. Okay, submit this. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help. And I did it pretty quickly, even though the runtime and memory aren't the best. Again, this channel represents my own work, so I'm pretty proud of that. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.